want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
A couple facts or experiences with it. So me, I went to a school called Marietta College out there in I think it was southeast Ohio, which predominantly Caucasian. And then I transferred to a school near Philadelphia called Cheney University, which is the first HBCU in all of America. And when I seen this, I was like, damn, that's low key facts. Let me tell you why. At Marietta, the school was about 5% black total. That's men and women. And when we showed up to the club, the Caucasian women, the milk of magnesia women, treated us like celebrities. I never had to buy a drink. I never had to pay to get in. I never had to do anything. I didn't it was like damn near I was a celebrity. And not to mention how easy it was to get these women back into the dorm, to have some extracurricular activity. But it didn't hit my brain until now that maybe that was like a fetish thing for them. Because remember, the school was 5% black. So before my class got there, it wasn't that many black guys. And when they seen us rolling in, freshmen, especially being from the South with our accents and our swag and things like that, it just blew up. Now, when I transferred to that HBCU in Philadelphia, near Philadelphia, I just became another black guy. Matter of fact, I wasn't a thug. I was from the hood, but not predominantly hood nigga. Hung around hood niggas, but really wasn't the hood nigga, bro. I was really smart and really athletic and really strong, but still got my bit of, viscosity on that campus as well. But when it came to being looked at like a celebrity or being this, that, and the third, I had to try a little harder. I had to put in more effort. I had to go through more attitude with those women because they were used to seeing black men, which, it's nothing. It was nothing to them. It's an HBCU, for God's sake. They used to it. So at my original college in Marietta, Ohio, it was like a thing like, damn, never seen before, like a treasure gold, or damn, there's so many of them. Like, they were just excited. But when I went to the HBCU, it was just regular. You know what I mean? Okay, another guy. You know what I'm saying? You had to prove that you was different. You didn't get that from the jump, oh, he's black. Let's just go with that. It was like, nah, he's another black guy. What's so different about this guy? So I had to separate myself from others. My ideologies, the way I talk, the way I dress, all these things, I had to work on that. And I was actually grateful for the experience because I went from not putting in no effort at all to going to a HBCU where I was like, damn, I'm at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to attraction. And I wasn't as swole as I am. I wasn't as handsome as I am right now. So I had a lot of work to do. But what these ladies are talking about, it's facts. They were literally waiting at the club for us. Crazy.
All right, so I'm just going to piggyback off of pretty much what he stated. When off technically a few things that he stated, right? So the main thing, number one, is that if you are a black guy and you are in one of these colleges or in a state where there's not, pretty much many of you, yeah, you're in a sense going to get treated like an oddity, a celebrity, something exotic, all of these things, right? And for a lot of black guys, that is a culture shock because that's not something that we are used to. We're not used to women directly coming up to us, wanting to know who we are, things about us, just asking questions, just being interested in general. You're not used to that, right? Because if you're a black dude, normal black dude, and you're just in the black community, as he stated, you're just another black guy. Black women ain't caring. That's just the honest thing. Black women ain't really caring about that. They be like, oh, I see, one of y'all, like every single time I step out, I can throw a penny and I can find one of y'all, right? So honestly, a lot of black women ain't caring, right? And like he said, you have to do a whole bunch of extraordinary things in order to realistically get their attention. Right. So like he said before, he was like, yo, when I got into college, I wasn't as swole as I am, which means that he worked on himself physically, right? In order to get the black woman's attention, he had to sit up there and work on himself physically, right? Because we know that women are physical. They look at what you present. They're not looking at your intelligence, your heart, all that other. That comes directly after. the way to get into a woman's like eyesight, if you are physically appetizing, pleasing to her, you're automatically in the door. It don't matter realistically what color you are. If you are aesthetically pleasing to her, if she looks at you and her skin moves, I'm talking about she gets like goosebumps or she got heart palpitations or butterflies, whatever you want to sit up there and call, you're already in the door. You don't even know it, but you're already in the door. All you have to do is just roll up and talk to her. And that's just the very like first aspect, right? And like he said before, he had to separate himself from other black guys by ideology, the way that he dressed, how he is physically, the way he had to go through all of these steps in order to do this, in order to get black women's attention at the HBCU, which is cool. It's whatever. Like he said, it's whatever it is. But do you really think on the flip side now, do you really think that black women have to, in a sense, realistically do all of that just to get a black dude's attention? Nah, not really. Nah, not really. It's because black guys shoot their shot roughly at any black woman that's moving. And these are facts. You can look on social media and you can look at the amount of women that have stated that they got complaints. I'm talking about from women who are from, yeah, whatever. Let's go to the rating scale 1 to 10, right? From 1 to 10, you can look at all of them on social media and they'll all have the same story. Oh, I be having guys blow up my DMs and trying to get me on Twitter and IG, and guys try to talk to me all the time. Guys always try to da 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 da. Da. They always had this complaints. They always have these complaints that guys are thirsty, guys are hungry, guys are always trying to sit up there and talk to them. So women don't have a shortage of guys in general or black men in general trying to literally talk to them. It's just really not the case unless they decide to just ignore them fully, ignore them, block them, all these other types of things, because again, they don't find them, physically appeasing to them. It doesn't go for their eyes. It doesn't capture them in any type of way. So again, if you're a black dude going from the hood or a predominantly black city, town, whatever it is, and then you go somewhere else that there's less of you, it's hard to, in a sense, go back because you're like, yo, man, I've never had this experience before. Like it's a pretty like great experience. It's almost like the sun is shining on you like every single day because you have women that are just wanting to talk to you, right? That are showing some type of interest. Don't matter if it's genuine or if it's just for the physical sense that, hey, this is a black guy. He got something that I like. Whatever it is, it's the attention that the guy is getting because guys do want attention from women, right? And the other thing that he stated is true. You have women out there, like he said, it clicked in a little bit later that it was like, yo, it was like maybe these women had like a certain type of like fetish, like type of thing and all these other types of, deal because he was like, hey, well, before my class got there, it was really nobody there. And then when we stepped in, it was like, hey, we in here, right? So he is correct. Now I say this, right? For me, I'm not going to sit up here and be jumping through all types of hoops and loops and all this other type of stuff to, get the attention and do all these other types of things. If, in a sense, I'm presenting myself, like I'm saying, like suit, tie, clean cut, all of those things. If I'm presenting myself pretty well, better than what I normally would, and I still can't sit up there and get the attention, people still don't want to talk, people don't, want to talk, converse, whatever it is, give me the time. It is what it is. I'm not about to do a ridiculous amount of things to try to get the attention of somebody who at the end of the day really still ain't interested at all. Like as a guy, you just literally did all that work for no reason. This is why I advocate for guys and young men to work on themselves for themselves. Because at the end of the day, if you are physically working on yourself just to sit up there and get a woman, you're going to end up losing all of that workout, right? All of that stuff that you worked on and for all of those years, you finally got that woman, you're going to end up letting that slack because like, all right, well, I made it. I didn't do what what I had to sit up here and do. I'm gonna let that slip. I'm gonna let it slide now because it don't matter. Versus if you as a guy were like, all right, I'm just going to start, lifting weights. I'm going to start, reading a variety of books, start looking at news articles, start looking at, stocks and understand money, understanding finances, taking business classes, financial classes, accounting classes, get a couple of trades. Like I'm going to really work on myself so I'm good physically, mentally, and financially. That's going to last forever because the mentality that you literally built yourself on, that foundation is unbreakable. So it don't matter if you're with or without a woman, you still have that foundation, which means there ain't no woman breaking that foundation. The only person that can break that foundation, that's strong enough to break that foundation, is you. That's if you lapse, if you fail, that's if you allow that foundation to be broken. You made that. No woman made that. No woman can sit up here and make you work out. No woman can make you sit up there and get financially, literally, literate, business minded, right? No woman can have you go out there and get trades or anything else like that. No woman out here can, strengthen your mental fortitude. They can add on, but they can't do the work for you. And that's just facts. They can't do the work for you physically. They can't do the work for you mentally. They can't do the work for you financially. You, as a man, have to do that. You, as a young man, have to do that. Like I said before, uh, I'm proud that the brother came to the realization of quite a lot of things, right? One, that more than likely the circumstances that he was in, it was exciting, but it was probably for a fetish type of deal. And number two, he realized that, yo, I gotta put in way, more effort in order to get, black women's attention because they just see me every single day. So it's like, a penny a dozen, for them. So again, my thing is I need the black men and the young black men out here to work on you for you. Don't do it just solely because of women in order to get the women and all this other type of stuff. If you work on yourself, everything that you do positively in order to get yourself up right now, all of that stuff is going to come later. Like literally, women, the moment in time that you as a guy work on yourself mentally, physically, financially, women will just flock to you. It's no effort. No effort. You don't have to do nothing. Like they will automatically see. It was spider senses are tingling. They're just there. Right. So, you know, like I said, it's up to you to do it. But don't just solely do things for yourself off of the things because of that's what women want or because you're specifically seeking women. That's a fool's errand at the end of the day. Do it because you want to see yourself the same way you are now, physically, mentally, and financially. I'm talking about like getting up there, being great, being good, being stable. You want to see what you are right now. You want to see that when you 40. You want to see that when you 50. You want to see that when you 60. You want to see that when you 70. Right? That's what you want.